really nice, isn't it? Hi. Alright guys, this is going to be a really interesting one today because we're going to talk a lot about why this place is actually so fascinating. This place is called Cockham Fort, as you can see. All the red bricks, in layman's terms. And I want to talk to you about the word consequence today. Because this place was built due to consequence. In 1667 there was a Dutch raid that happened literally along the River Medway, and it backed off into Chatham dockyards. And if anybody's done their research, they know really what the result of that was. Long story short was that a bunch of Dutch Navy ships came down here and caused absolute chaos to the British Navy, which most of their ships were actually stationed at Chatham dockyards, just down the corner. And the only thing that was literally to protect them was a chain that ran across from one end to the other, and Umnor Castle, which really at the time was pretty much just a glorified mound. It wasn't really a sort of substantial castle, and they had to basically everybody around was completely shocked. The fact of this massive Dutch fleet that came all the way down here had pretty much, you know, captured a couple of our ships, and enough so that due to consequence, Samuel Pepys had sent a letter to the Admiralty saying to them that we need to sort all this issue out so that it never happens again, where a huge fleet will come down the Med and, you know, destroy our fleet. So, of consequence, here we go again. This place was built, Cockham Fort, and it was to do, so the idea was it would be to protect this side of the Medway. It was to make sure that no ships would come down here without a fight that they'd get from this place. And there's a few other places around here as well. In fact, there was one that was actually pretty much opposite here, but that's obviously been demolished. That was in, well, would be Gillingham over there. So it was built in 1669, which was just after the Dutch raid, which in 1667, which I've just sort of said about, and it was demolished in the 1800s. So it didn't really have a huge shelf life, but obviously with the aid of technology and things like that, it was changing. So we're going to walk up, try not to get too slippery, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So like I said, when consequence takes place, a lot of radical things can happen. And if it wasn't for that Dutch naval raid that was around here, this place wouldn't have been built, and pretty much Britain's naval, you know, defences probably wouldn't have been as upgraded as they were. In fact, the Dutch actually did us a massive helping hand actually in doing what they did, because it basically got everybody into a mass panic, and they were kind of like, well, you know, this can't happen, you know, how can a whole fleet come down into the River Medway, which, you know, was actually really difficult to navigate and still is. You know, how could this happen? You know, how could it come all the way down into our own dockyard and destroy a massive amount of ships and take a couple with them at the same time? Guys, hi. So please come along and check this place out. Obviously, in tidal problems that we've had. If you see a previous video when the tide came in, I think I did. We were literally at this place, and this is when the tide unfortunately came in. We predicted it pretty badly. Oh, hi again. Please just bend down to get something. You know. There you go. Look, you can see all the brickwork that's still here, just about. Anyway, you can see how much actually nature's overtaken it and overgrown. And this would have stretched out. It wouldn't have just been here. What you could see, it would have stretched out quite a bit into this part. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons why most of this actually got demolished in the first place, because you're pretty much putting a huge fort out into a big river system, and obviously you're going to get the tide and everything coming in. And technology, what it was probably back then, was really quite solid, but you know, you could see the problems with something like this being built around here. There you go. Get close to it. These lovely, lovely red bricks, gorgeous things, stand out so prominent in the landscape. Like I said, when you walk around here, you can see them. And probably a lot of people have probably walked past this bit and probably wondered what actually it was. So there goes a fort, everyone. Just for your information. Like I said, it's not really as well preserved as probably, well, it's easily the least preserved one in the whole of Medway, actually, to be fair, because there's a lot of other different forts around here. And it's an incredible place to explore. Because of, like I said, consequence. If the Dutch hadn't have raided here, we'd never have come here again. You know, it's an extremely interesting, fascinating place. And if you saw the video when the tide came in, we were in these arches and the tide came right up to here. So yeah, give you that. So like I said, it was demolished in 1818. So it had a fairly good shelf life. But you can just imagine, like I said, the commanding position it had across this place. So what you got to understand is that Upnor Castle and Chatham Dockyard is down there. It will follow around, it will curve around, and then if we were to go left, you'd end up in Queenborough, sort of Isle of Sheppey way, and you'd end up on the Isle of Hoo, which is what we're on, which you would be on if you carried on going that way. And obviously opposite is Gillingham and pretty much the whole of, well, Chatham as well, Medway. So it was a perfect place for it. And obviously you can see that obviously when the tides come in, it's pretty much just circulated right in the middle there. And obviously you can imagine when it came right up to here, what we were at, you know, it was literally as high as those arches that are around there. Absolutely amazing. So like I said, everyone, hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, consequence. You know, if it wasn't for the fleet, our British naval superpowers wouldn't have been the way they were, we wouldn't have upgraded our defences. Fascinating consequence. You know, and good old Samuel Pepys as well, the man who pretty much negotiated it and sorted it all out for us, that things like this would have been possible. So you imagine, if that fleet had never happened, would we have still had something like this? Very much doubt it. You know, so it's a moment in time that really encapsulates something very special and unique. Alright guys, have a fantastic day whatever you're doing today. Hope you enjoyed this video that I made. I could have gone way more in depth in it. I didn't really feel the need to for today because I'm sure we're going to do a lot more forts pretty much similar and actually in better position. Well, conservation, preservation, you know what I mean. Alright guys, catch you later. See you later, bye.